My name is Anna Dumitriu and I work with bioart, sculpture, installation and digital media to explore our relationship to infection, genomics and synthetic biology. I originally trained in fine art, but I've been working hands-on in the lab to create my artworks for more than 20 years. I often work with altered historical objects, biomaterials such as DNA of dangerous pathogens, or contemporary techniques such as whole genome sequencing, CRISPR gene editing, or 3D scanning and printing. My bioart origin story probably started with my typical British education. When I was a junior school pupil, I spent 3 weeks studying The Great Plague of London, whilst the teacher read us Dracula as the class book. The myth of the vampire is so tied up with the spread of contagion that these things must have had a huge influence on me. My biggest influence is the way I work embedded in labs, working hands-on with the scientists to learn the techniques that they use. I'm fascinated by the way infectious diseases have impacted society and culture through history and how they will affect us in the future, through issues such as antibiotic resistance and climate change. My work aims to draw threads across time. I've worked with the University of Oxford, the Wellcome Sanger Institute, and the University of California, Irvine, to name but a few collaborators. I get my ideas by working in the lab with scientists and talking to them about their research, as well as doing quite a bit of personal research on my own. Ideas and choices of materials emerge through that process, and much of my work involves using biomaterials that I create hands-on in the lab. I see art as a kind of meta-discipline that enables me to explore the world from a range of perspectives. Infectious diseases have been so important culturally and socially throughout history, and now new technologies like CRISPR gene editing will have a huge impact on humanity in the future. So these are the areas that fascinate me and inspire my work. I like to work at the very cutting edge of science. According to the CRISPR journal, I was the first artist to make an artwork using CRISPR DNA editing. I'm deeply interested in exploring the ethical questions related to the cutting edge of scientific research. Amongst all my artworks, I have lots of favourites. They are like children to me. But if I was forced to pick one to share with you, it would be the plague dress. It's a 1665 dress design, the year that the Great Plague of London took place. It's made of walnut-dyed silk. The influential herbalist Nicholas Culpeper proposed walnut as a cure for the plague. The silk references the Silk Road, which was the route the plague spread through. The dress has an actual period embroidery from the 1660s applied to the front of it. And this embroidery is impregnated with the plague DNA that I extracted in the lab at the UK Health Security Agency. The dress is stuffed full of lavender and surrounded by lavender on the floor, which makes it a very multi-sensory experience. My audiences are diverse, people of all ages and from all kinds of backgrounds. Arts audiences, of course, but also school children, older people, scientists. I aim to make work that is multi-layered so you can experience it on an aesthetic level, but also peel away more layers and explore the science, the history, the ethics and so on. And that's the beauty of art, that it can reach so many different people and that it goes beyond words.